The purpose of education is to prepare us for life. Somehow, I feel like we missed that mark just a little bit. The World Economic Forum's Future for Jobs report says that these are the skills that will be priorities for businesses by the year 2027. They place priorities, the top 3 skills are actually creative thinking, analytical thinking, and AI and big data. How are we teaching these skills in our classrooms today? Are we teaching them in our classrooms today? A report by the British Council shows that these are the skills gaps that they have found in the Sri Lankan workplaces. This shows us that we're not there yet, but we can get there. Looking at some of the top performing countries across the world, these are some countries that are performing best in terms of skills and education, life satisfaction, and productivity. We can take away 2 lessons from countries like Norway, Denmark, and Switzerland. One is that they have an education system that they prioritize. Students at the age of 15 or 16 are asked to choose between an academic path or a vocational training path. Both of these paths, they are parallel, and they are both seemed equally important in the society, which doesn't create a stigma of one path being better than the other. 2, industries and corporates, they invest their time and they provide on-the-job training for the students that choose the career pathways, the vocational pathway. This helps the students get hands-on training for the jobs that they are hoping to have. Essentially, students are taught, they are educated differently, and they also have a different way of managing their hiring process. This is how we change the way that students were educated. We work with mostly students from underserved communities, those who have been left behind because they didn't fit into the mold of a standardized test. We create an experiential learning classroom, weave in daily use of English, technology, and most importantly, group work. We use project-based learning in our classrooms to help our students learn how to come up with creative solutions for real-world problems, such as how can I create a marketable product using waste? Or how can we use digital devices to work collaboratively and maximize productivity? Through these projects, the students learn research skills, language, digital literacy, and most importantly, how to work together in a group, because we all know how important that is in our workplaces. The students don't sit for an exam. Instead, we have created an assessment rubric where we assess the students' milestones and how they're performing throughout the projects. We assess skills such as communication, collaboration, and critical thinking. So what happens when a student like this applies to join an organization? They have all these skills, but they haven't passed the state exam. Aren't these skills equally important? We suggest that you have 3 things that you can try out to make companies to make this more sustainable in company hires. 1, career guidance. Rest assured, most 18-year-olds don't know the opportunities that are out there in terms of career, and especially outside the main cities. This is something that we facilitated for our students. We invited leaders from different industries and different walks of life to come and speak to our students about the different career trajectories that are available for them. And the students were really inspired, especially because we even had a session on how to create your CV, how to brand yourself, and also how to prep for interviews. The second thing that you could try is to give your interviewee a problem to solve. How about a problem that is related to the job that they are applying for? We asked our students to solve a problem that they experienced during their daily life. Some students came up with a safe and affordable food service for the students that were boarded in the area. Another group of students came up with rainy day shoe covers for their shoes on rainy days. And another group decided to use sustainability in fashion and use factory rejects to create handbags. The third thing is add a wildcard hire. What if, depending on your company's career plan, add one wildcard hire? Someone who doesn't have the paper qualifications but has the passion and the drive. We had one student who had failed his O-levels, but he completely thrived in all our hands-on projects. And right now, he's working at a leading hotel in the maintenance department. And he's even got his first raise. We worked with 118 students from January to August, of which 60 of them had in fact failed their O-levels. But today, 47 of those students are either employed or receiving on-the-job training. In education, we have an ethical right to prepare our students for the workforce. But we can't do this alone. We need your help. Companies, businesses, enterprises, policymakers, all of us need to work together if we want to make a change. So I urge all of us to work together and think about your role in your company. How are you assessing the skills of your future employees? Isn't this something that we need to invest our time in?